Welcome to the show, and welcome to Glow So Bright. The M4 Series Carbine is the most widespread small arm in common use by the United States military, and is the primary service rifle of the United States Army in this configuration over here. We have a MaTech rear backup iron sight, as well as a 14.5-inch barrel. This firearm is also in widespread circulation among countries that have a strong strategic interest by the United States. For example, Israel, Ukraine, and a lot of them have been floating around in Afghanistan. I'll be teaching you how to zero this weapon using United States Army TC 322-9, using United States Army doctrine, using this particular weapon. This video will not cover on other variations of backup iron sight, the carry handle rear sight, the rifles such as the M16A1, A2, A3, A4, nor different models of iron sight. And while this guide may be used for rifles with identical sighting system and a longer barrel, the ranging features on this iron sight may not work fully. Similarly, short-barreled rifles such as the Mark 18 with a 10-inch barrel, when using this sort of sighting system, may not apply as well, so keep that in mind. Without further ado, let's get started. TC 322-9 calls to use the right in the rain 25-meter multi-purpose MOA target. We don't have those, however, with a little bit of math and a ruler, we can just use an ordinary bullseye target at the same distance. These sights are adjusted in MOA, where the rear sight, one adjustment is equal to 3/4 of an MOA, and a front sight is adjusted where one adjustment is 2 MOA. Now, what is MOA? MOA is a measurement of radius where at 100 yards it would be roughly 1 inch, at 200 yards 2 inches, at 50 yards half an inch. Yet the true measurement of 1 MOA would be at 100 yards, 1 MOA equals to 1.047 inches. MOA can also work in meters as well. For example, at 100 meters, 1 MOA is 2.8 centimeters. At 25 meters, our zeroing target and our zeroing distance would equal to 0.7 centimeters per 1 MOA adjustment. One discrepancy I did notice is that the adjustment values printed on the official U.S. Army zeroing target, the right in the rain 25-meter multi-purpose target, is different than that on the table for the MaTech rear backup iron sight in U.S. Army TC 322-9. For this particular zeroing procedure, I'll be using the U.S. Army TC 322-9 table on the MaTech rear backup iron sight. So, if we do some math and adjustments, we can figure out that one click using the front sight is 1.4 centimeters. The rear sight corresponds to one adjustment is 0.53 centimeters. 1 MOA at 25 meters is 0.7 centimeters, and our max group size, which is allowable for zeroing, would be 4.2 centimeters. And we can also do some little bit of adjustments and measuring using an ordinary ruler that is in centimeters and inches. So, without further ado, let's go back 25 meters and set our mechanical zero to our carbine. All adjustments are done using tools would be done on the front sight. The rear sight is adjusted using a knob which is turned by the hand. A small, narrow object, like the tip of a bullet, can be used to adjust the front sight. Similarly, a specialized tool which has 4 prongs can be used. However, a 5-prong tool, such as that on the M16A1, cannot be used. Before we start shooting, our M4 carbine needs to be mechanically zeroed. Mechanical zero is a great baseline in case the zero cannot be verified from the very beginning, or if the rifle has done extensive repair, such as a rebarreling or depot level maintenance and repair. To mechanically zero the front sight, the base of the front sight post needs to be flush with that of the front sight gas block. If the front sight post is lower, then it needs to be turned counterclockwise. If it is higher, it needs to be spun clockwise. And to mechanically zero the rear sight on the M4 carbine, the rear sight aperture must be flipped up, and the elevation knob must be set at 300 meters. Using the hand, this little mark on the rear sight must match with the center mark on the base of the rear sight. If the rear sight is off at the left, then the knob must be turned clockwise and vice versa. Here we have our sights be mechanically zeroed. We'll be zeroing them for Carbine using a 25 meter / 300 meter zero, using the 300 meter setting on the rear sight. Now that our rifle is mechanically zeroed, we have our target set up. We'll be shooting from the prone, unsupported position using our magazine as a monopod. It's not the most stable position to do so. Why? Well, with this particular configuration of rifle, we have a non-free-floated handguard. This means that the handguard is directly connected to the barrel. So any sort of pressure done to the handguard, such as resting it on a support or sling pressure, it will impact our point of impact when shooting. This is really bad when zeroing. So in order to not do that, with current U.S. Army doctrine, we'll be using the magazine as the monopod for our shooting position. We'll be shooting 5 shots. Let's see how we did. We have a 5-shot grouping. So let's mark it with a red marker or any color marker right now that is distinctive, and find where our center over point is. If we take our ruler, it is say barely acceptable. It's under 6 MOA or 4.2 centimeters, so that's good enough. Now we got our grouping done, let's go and adjust our sights to have it match our point of aim, have our point of impact be that of the bullseye. So let's go and count that. We have about 6.5 centimeters needs to be shifted to the left, 9.5 centimeters up. Let's go and do a little bit of math. Let's do a little bit of math on the target. A little bit sloppy, but the formulation I made is front sight adjustment equals how many centimeters vertical where you need to go adjust divided by 1.4, or about 2 MOA for our front sight. For our rear sight, our formula would be how many centimeters left or right needs to be divided by 0.53. So with it needing to move 6.5 centimeters to the left, we have 6.5 divided by 0.53 is approximately 12 clicks. So we need to go adjust 12 clicks to the left. So 12 to the left. And for our front sight, so we have 2 MOA adjustments on the front sight, but we need to move it 9.5 centimeters up. That is approximately 2 clicks up. So 12 left, 2 up for group 1. Okay, let's go adjust our sights. Okay, since our front sight post needs to be adjusted 2 clicks up, we'll use the tip of our cartridge and adjust it 2 clicks in the direction of the up arrow, which means we need to go put it in a clockwise direction and have the front sight post sink down a little bit. One click. And 2 clicks. Now for our rear sight, we need to go turn our windage knob counterclockwise 12 times. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 tactile movements while moving the windage knob counterclockwise. Let's go put 5 more rounds and shoot the target. Okay, with our sights adjusted, let's go put 5 more rounds on target. Almost forgot to use the magwell grip when shooting for zeroing. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up. Well, our windage elevations are great, but I boogered up on my calculations. That's a me problem, that's not a problem with the rifle. In actuality, I should have adjusted the sight 7 clicks up instead of 2, so let's go make up the difference and bring it up 5 clicks. Okay, let's go try that. Okay, we adjusted our sights again. Let's go do some shooting. Okay, let's go take a look at our target. Well, here are the results of our groups. We have a very tight 3-shot group at top and 2 shots at the bottom. However, it's still within acceptable group sizing measurements. I'd say let's do 1 to the right, 1 up. I think that would work. Okay, let's go do 5 more on target. Okay, one more click up on elevation. That might do it. Okay, here are results. With myself shooting this carbine, I have shot some pretty consistent shooting, although with the tighter sight radius and the coarser sight adjustments, it makes it a bit more difficult to shoot and adjust than it is for something longer, like an M60A1, for example. But otherwise, I'm still able to get good shots on target, and even though I can shoot again and do another grouping, I'm quite happy with the results with this one. And with these sights, I personally have hit targets up to 300 meters with the same exact hold and sights, with just standard US Army doctrine. And while I can easily mount an optic to this, even with just a backup iron sight, it's still a serviceable setup. So if you do learn a lot from this video, please like and give it a thumbs up. If you don't, dislike it. Read the video description down below and comment. Please do so. And if you don't have anything to say, put down, I don't know, like oorah or something like that. Or that, oh, I could hit an ACOG with a, or I could hit a 500-yard target with an ACOG or whatever. But if you do find this video informative, support me. Check out the Amazon affiliate links in the video description. Support my Ko-fi. But what would be better is to share. Share it to others who might find it useful. Could be someone recreationally shooting and have themselves a clone carbine. Could be someone in the Army. But share it. And also share other sources of information you might find useful. It'd really help defeat all this sort of slop out there that is useless for everybody. Subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you very much for watching the zeroing the M4 series carbine the US Army way. This video is brought to you by Glow So Bright. Thank you very much for watching. Man, the upload schedule has been suffering a little bit. Been a bit busy for the holidays, and it didn't help that I got food poisoning from the Christmas ham. That left me out of commission. I still don't feel 100% when shooting this video, but I'm getting better. But make sure your stuff is zeroed, make sure your stuff is maintained, and look forward to the new year. Things might be better, but prepare for the worst. Act accordingly. Thank you very much.